Yes, in the previous session, we were discussing about the parameter substitution. So we have discussed two ways how our parameter will get distributed when it will be passed from macro call to macro definition to based on the positions or based on the keywords. Like in position, data 1, data 2, data 3. Accordingly, like in the previous example, A1, A2, A3. So data 1 will be given to A1, data 2 will be given to A2, data 3 will be given to A3. And second one is keyword based. That means we have mentioned here when we are defining our macro definition, we will write A3 will get this argument, A2 will get this, or A1 will get this. Here, if you will see position is different. Like A3 is getting first data, A2 is getting second. Okay, here is okay. But A1 is getting third data. So, in two ways, we can define how our data will be given to macro definition. Third thing is the labels are avoided in macro definition. If you will see this macro definition, this three statement, we are not putting any label. So try not to put any label inside macro definition. So this is parameter substitution. Now, one pass macro process means in macro processor how one pass will be implemented. Okay, so first requirement of one pass is that every macro must be defined before it is called. Like we have discussed it already in the assembler also. When we are in one pass one, our main requirement should be that everything that we are using that should be defined before we will use it. Same for macros also. When we are calling it, before calling it should be defined so that macro processor will get to know, okay, this is the code I have to replace instead of macro call. So that is one of the first requirement when we are working with macro processor. Second are the two procedures. We will define our code in two procedures. One is the definition, second is expansion, the expand. So when the processing will start, like process line will occur, it will be divided into two parts. One, to check, okay, macro is being defined, okay, it is there, the definition is there. Then the call, then there will be a call to that definition. So there will be two sub procedure for macro processor in one pass. One is define, second is expand. Now further define will have two tables, name table, define table, and this will have arg table or argument table that we will discuss in the further slide. So this is the whole process how microprocessor will work in one pass. When line processing will start, first it will go for definition, then it will go for expand. Means first it will check whether definition is there, then it will check the expansion of that. So see, this is the algorithm for one pass microprocessor. First begin. Okay, and we are going to begin with macro processor. In that, first we are setting, okay, expanding is false. At starting, there is no expanding of macro, so expanding is false. Then we will run a loop till our opcode will not reach to end. Means we are not reaching to the end of our program. So till that this loop will be executed, and in that, sorry, in that first we will get a line and then we will process the line. Okay, and then after getting every line, then we will move to process line, and then we will end a loop, and then end the macro process. Now, what will be the code of this process line procedure? Means when we will get a line and move to process line, what will be the code of process line procedure? See, procedure process line. In that, it will search for first name tab for opcode. Means it will search whether there is any name table. Name table, as we have discussed in previous slide, name table will represent the name of the macro. So it will search for that name table for opcode. If that name table is found, it will expand the code. Okay, because name is already there, that means the macro's definition is already there, so it will perform the expansion. But if the opcode is equal to macro, then that means still macro have to define, so it will go to define procedure as write source line to expanded file or and the process line. So this is the whole algorithm how the macro processor concept will be done in one pass. Again, first expanding equal to false, opcode will be checked till the end, and means get line procedure will be called to get the lines, and then process line procedure will be called to process the lines to expand the code. So in that first thing that process line procedure will do, it will find the name tab for opcode, means the name of the macro. And if that name will found, that means that name is already there, the macro definition is already there, it will expand. Otherwise, if the opcode will be equal to macro, that means go to definition of the macro, and then process line will be done. So see here, data structure now, data structure of macro. So see, three terms are there: def tab, name tab, argument tab. So this is the name tab. Names are coming. See, this is the name of one macro, and this is the definition. If you will see, name of the macro, and it is receiving three arguments, and each argument is having prefix ampersand sign. So this is the definition of macro, and it is and by and. Okay, so this is the whole definition of macro, and it will be in the definition table. And name table will have name of macro. Name table will have name of macro, and it will have one cell in which the name of macro will be there, and two pointers will be there. One pointer will represent the starting of the macro definition, other will point to the end of macro definition. Okay, so this is during the get line procedure. During the get line procedure, then expanding will be done. Based on this, expanding will be done when, if you will see in the algorithm, if the name tab will be there, then expanding, that means if this name is already there, okay, then this code will be picked, this code will be picked, and that will be replaced instead of its name. Okay, so this is how expansion will be done. First, name will come in the program, its definition will be checked, and that definition will be replaced with the name. So expanding. Now, the next thing is that it is possible that we can nest one macro inside another macros. That is nested macro definition. Means when we are defining one macro, inside that we can define more than one macro. Okay. So macro definition within a macro is called the nested macro definition. So in that process macro definition during the expansion, that means, see, if this is the example, okay, the main macro is macros, okay, and inside that two macros are nested, that is RD buff or WR buff. Okay, these two macros are nested inside the main macros. Okay, they are receiving, this is receiving three parameter, it is also receiving three parameter, and then and this is the end of main macro. So, see, when this main macro will be called inside our main program, this macro will be called, then this whole code till this to this, till this to this will be replaced with this macro, the main macro. Now, till this and till this, from second to 5 will be placed inside of this macro code. So when our program will again checked, again one macro will come. Okay, again one macro definition will come, again one macro definition will come. So that is, it is written here that process macro definition during the expansion time, means this main macro will get expanded, but inside that further it will have some macro definition. So this is the concept of nested macro definitions. Again here the same. Now one more is macros. Okay, that will be used with the SIXC macros. When we are working with SICXC macros, then it will be X. So other concept is same, like we are putting two nested macros inside main macro, and when this macro, the main macro will be called, in the expansion, these both definitions will be there. Now, one pass macro processor that allow nested macro definition. In the previous slide, if you remember, we have discussed same diagram, but that diagram is for the simple macro, but now we are going to discuss it for nested macro. Okay, so again two sub procedures will be there. One is define and one will be expand. But expand may invoke define when encounter macro definition. So if you will see in the previous, when this macro will get expanded, in that definition will be there. So that is written here. Expand will occur and it will again invoke define. Okay, so that is the meaning of this line. Expand may invoke define when encounter some nested macro definition. Okay, so see in the previous, if you will see in the previous slide, we have discussed till this process line, and that will check for definition. If macro will be there and if name tab will be there, it will go for expand. But now when it will go for expand, expand will further have some nested definition. So macro definition, expand will further go for macro definition. That is for nested macro, macro definition. Now, what will be the algorithm for nested macro definition? So first procedure will be defined. Like if you will go to previous, till this process line, define, expand, and expand will again call the macro definition. So now that procedure is defined and it will begin with enter macro name in name tab if new definition will occur. So enter that name in name tab, enter macro prototype in definition tab. Okay, first two things we will do when definition procedure will call. We want to define our macro, so we will put its name in name tab and we will put its definition in def tab. We will set the level equal to 1 and then we will run our loop till level is greater than 0. Now we will begin with the get line to get the line, and if this is not the comment line, if that is not a comment line, then we will substitute the positioner notation for parameter, and then enter the line into def tab. That means we are getting the lines. Okay, from definition we are getting the lines. We are seeing regarding the parameters and enter that line in definition table. Okay, so first we will enter the name of the macro in name tab, and we will enter the prototype in def tab. For that, get line procedure will run. It will get the line, and that line will be checked whether it is a comment or not. If it is not the comment, parameter substitution will be done and the line will be entered into def. After that, if opcode is equal macro, means if opcode is macro, then level will get incremented. But if opcode is equal to mn, means our macro, and then we will deduct our level. So in that way, stored in namtab pointer to the beginning and end of definition. I showed in one diagram that name tab will have a pointer to macro definition that we will set, and then define function will be done. So till now what we have discussed the how simple macro will be defined, how one pass how one pass macro processor will work for simple macro definition. Later on we discussed nested macro definition. So for that, how one pass macro processor will work. Okay. Now see, this is second expand procedure. Okay, the previous one is the define procedure. Now the expand. When expand will come, our main work is to expand, to replace the macro definition into the macro call. So begin expanding equal to true. We will set expanding equal to true because expand is being called. That means now we want to expand. So expanding equal to true. Get the first line from macro definition from the def table and set up the argument for macro invocation in argument table. Means now we want to expand, we want to put the macro definition in place of macro call. So we will read one line, one by one line from the definition. We will set up the arguments for macro call in argument tab. We will set, okay, this is the macro call and these are the argument that will be used to call the macro, and that argument will be entered in argument table. Write while macro invocation to expanded file as a command. Means while do not end of macro definition, that means. So get a line from the definition, process that line, and while expanding then false. When we have done all the expanding, when we reach to the end of macro definition, now we will set expanding equal to false and end of expand. Now in that, what is the procedure of get line? If the expanding, means if expanding we have to do, then what get line function will do? It keep on getting the next line from definition table. Substitute the argument from argument table for positional notation. Means getting the statement, getting the argument, substituting the argument, putting the arguments, and then ending. Read the next line from input file. One line, it will read from define table, then read what will be the parameter required. Accordingly, take the parameter from argument table and then read the next line. So this is the procedure of expand. This is the algorithm for expand procedure. Now, one diagram is there also that you can see the flow chart. How one pass macro processor will work. So see, macro processor first set expanding equal to false. Okay, and it will call the procedure get line and procedure line, process line. Okay, first no expanding, first it will call the get line procedure and process line procedure. Then first get line procedure will be called, that means getting the line, And then after getting the line, if you will see in the previous code get line, in the previous slide, get line, in that we checked if expanding or not. The same thing we are doing here. So when get line procedure will be called, it will check if the expanding is there, read from def table, means if expanding is required. Otherwise, if it is false, read from normal in, not required to read from definition table. And what to the process line will do, that we have already discussed. It will call the define procedure to get the lines. It will call the expand procedure, and if expanding is true, again get and process line, and this keep on going on till we reach the end of the macro definition. Okay, so this is the one pass macro processor. This we have already discussed. Now it is a flow chart. That first macro processor, it will set the expanding false, because first we not want to go into expanding. First get line and process line procedure will be called. Process line, because now we want to expand, so it will go to define definition. In definition we will get the lines one by one, and then it will expand. Expanding will be set to true, and again we are getting the lines and processing the line. And in get line it will check the expanding is true or false. We have already discussed the procedure for process line and get line. Now the comparison of macro processor design, like it can be designed in one pass, or it can also be designed in two pass algorithm. One pass we have discussed, so in that we have already mentioned that if we are working in one pass macro processor, then every macro should or must be defined before it is called. One pass processor can alternate between macro definition and macro expansion, means it can alternate. When required, it can go to definition. When required, it can go to expansion. And nested macro definition also allowed, but not nested calls. We have put, if you remember, we have put the definition inside the macro, but we are not calling like first macro call inside, we are not calling the nested macro, we are simply putting the definition. So nested macro definition is allowed, but nested call is not allowed. These all things we have discussed regarding the single pass. Now in two pass, recognize the macro definition. In, in two pass, we will perform two passes. First pass will be used to recognize the macro definition. Like that we have done in single pass using define procedure. Then recognize macro call. Then nested macro definitions are not allowed in two pass algorithm. Okay, that we have done in single pass nested macro definition, that is not allowed in nested two pass algorithm. So this is the comparison of macro processor design regarding the single pass and two pass. Thank you for the lecture. The further we will discuss in the next lecture.